Hello, and welcome to the podcast, Your Biz Story. This is Tom Sabo, your host. Your Biz Story examines small business in Northeast Ohio. You'll meet the owner, learn about the business products and services offered, how the business got started, the challenges a business owner faces, and many other aspects of running a small business. Whether you're a consumer, business owner, or have thought about opening a business, you'll thoroughly enjoy today's podcast. Hello, everyone, and welcome to the podcast, Your Biz Story. This is where we talk to business owners in Northeast Ohio, and we learn about them, their business, how they started or acquired the business, and a lot of times some interesting anecdotal information will pop out of this. I'm your host, Tom Sabo, and this episode is produced at the Madison Public Library here in beautiful and historic Madison, Ohio. So our producer today is Sean. Sean, you doing okay back there? Yep, he's got a wave. Sean normally doesn't speak or anything. He just sits behind the screens and looks good. So terrific. Today I want to welcome our guest, Ron Robertson. He's the owner of Flowers on Main in Painesville, Ohio. A little bit about Ron. Ron was born and raised in Ashtabula, so he's a local product, and he attended Kent State University for nursing, and he started out working and became an administrator for a nursing home that was in Ashtabula.
No, actually, it was in Georgia at that point.
Oh, Georgia.
Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So there's a little Southern boy in there, huh?
Yeah, just a few years.
Okay. Ron has 30 years as experience as a florist. Spent many years, as you just mentioned, in healthcare. For 8 years, he's the owner of Flowers on Main. He owned a florist shop in Ashtabula for 6 years. They then sold the shop, and after about 6 or so years, well, after a few years, the shop closed up. And that was the impetus for Ron and his business partner, Marcello, to open Flowers on Main in Painesville. So, Ron, welcome to Your Biz Story. How you
Thank you.
doing?
Good.
Good.
Thank you.
Good. What is Flowers on Main?
Well, we're a full-service flower shop,
Okay.
flowers and gifts, mainly flowers.
Okay.
So we can send flowers anywhere in the world. So we're tied in with several agencies like FTD and Teleflora.
Gotcha.
But yeah, we're a full-service flower shop.
Okay. I've been into Ron's shop, and I mean you have a whole bunch of other stuff in there
We do.
that's appear to sort of complement the flower business. Can you expound on that a little bit?
Well, I think in this business where we're at, it called for us to carry other things like chocolate, cards, small gifty items, because there really wasn't anything in and around downtown there at the time, and still isn't. So we carry a lot of just little things that you would pick up to add to the flowers. Could be a real pretty vase, or it could be a stuffed animal. We have lots of really cool stuffed animals we can furnish with flowers. Those teddy bears are always the number one thing there. And then, but we have all kinds of like real pretty cards. We've got a couple of local artists that have their cards in with us, which is nice. We sell a lot of those.
Good.
And then we try to push the artists and their work. So yeah, we have a lot of kind of cool things that complements the flowers. So
So typically, when might people be sending flowers? I mean,
Oh gosh.
as a guy, I know that you got into a tiff with your wife, so you're going to send flowers, but there
Yeah.
have to be other occasions.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's anniversaries are big,
Okay.
and then weddings, of course, that's our big push right now is weddings. Flowers would be for funerals. We do a lot of funeral
Okay.
work. We service almost all the funeral homes in the area, which is good. And then just the everyday, we have everyday people who just walk in and get a bud vase, or they're going to go see a friend, or they're going to go to the cemetery. They stop and get some flowers to take to the cemetery. So there's all kinds of reasons. And we actually, the walk-in business is pretty steady there, which is kind of
That's
interesting.
good.
Yeah, because you would think that the downtown is really picking up and people are coming more downtown and stopping and just looking at the shop and saying, oh, I need flowers. Next time I'll come by. Sure enough, they come in. So
That's good.
yeah, it's been good.
That's real good.
Yeah.
Real good. I know when we talked about your background, we talked about the impetus to do Flowers on Main. How did you guys get started? I mean, how did that process go to open up the shop?
Well,
And one of the reasons that I do this is I don't think the general public or prospective business owners understand what goes on, so shall we say, behind the scenes
mhm.
to start up and run a business and what's involved. So that's why I asked the question.
Well, originally the store was originally there for many years, and it was sold to another person, and then it was closed. It was closed for about 2 years, I think. And everybody kept saying, you need to go down and see about that shop. You need to go down and see about that shop. So we went and talked to the owner of the building who had the shop. And just as we decided to take on the business, the owner had sold the interior of everything to a liquidation company. But what was good was he was willing to rent us the space, redo the space from top to bottom, and then and rented it to us at a reasonable rate. We had to go in and put in coolers and shelving and all of that. We had to provide all of the inside of everything.
So we're talking about the storefront in Paynesville,
Right.
not the one.
I'm sorry, in Paynesville.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's all right.
The one in Ashtabula was a working flower shop for many years. Was Bandetti's. He had closed the shop, and we went in and opened that up because at the time my mother was alive, and she'd always wanted a flower shop. So her and I decided we would open up the flower shop, and that's how that got started. Well, then she passed, kept the flower shop, and then we finally sold and from there. But when we got into Paynesville, it was a few years later when we got into Paynesville and opened up that store. So that storefront was actually a ground up startup, which was a lot. I mean, it took a lot. Coolers were, it was hard to find walk-in coolers that were affordable, and it was a lot of work to get it started.
You mentioned the word affordable.
Yeah.
I have to ask. I'm just, as a business owner also, what is a walk-in cooler? What do they run about?
The cooler itself was only $3,000. That's just the box, and then you've got to put in all of the rest of the stuff, which is the condensers and all that. So we almost $9,000 to put that cooler in there. By the time you buy the box, all the working parts, and electrician to hook it up. So it was a lot, and the unit had to be downstairs in the basement because we couldn't go on the roof. There was no place to put the condensing unit, so it had to go into the basement. So that meant extra copper tubing to go down. That alone was almost $1,800 just to put a piece of tube from one floor to the basement. So it was very, very expensive to put the cooler in. So. And then shortly after that, after about 2 years of having just that walk-in cooler, we decided it wasn't enough. So we had to buy a display cooler, which is a 3-door display cooler. So that's when we bought that, put it on the outside just to display working stuff that's already made so you could come in and buy it. And we could use the main cooler, the big walk-in cooler, just for storage. So, yeah.
And in prepping for this, you had mentioned how you have to buy flowers on a daily basis.
Absolutely. Flowers are every day because they don't last. I mean, we can get them in on Monday, and then they've got to be out of there by at least a week, if not before.
Okay.
So I mean, it's just like buying groceries. I mean, same thing, fresh produce and stuff. Same thing. So, yeah. So I buy every day, just about every day, and everything comes out of wholesalers out of Cleveland and Southern Ohio. But most of the stuff comes from South America and gets shipped
Really?
in. Yeah, most of the stuff comes in. We have some things come in from Canada, but now with the tariffs, it's been very expensive, so we had to stop buying from Canada as much. And then California they only grow certain things in California, and the rest of the stuff comes out of South America. So,
What other else kind of things that you deal with on kind of a daily basis? For example, when do you arrive at the shop?
well, my day starts at 7. So
Okay.
usually the wholesalers are there at 6:30, and I have to be on the phone by 7:30, either with the wholesaler or on the auction house, so I can buy that day and get it on the trucks by 9 in the morning to be in our shop by mid-afternoon, if not sooner. So my day starts at around 7. So I usually get up at 4:30, and I'm sometimes on the phone at 5:30 with a wholesaler, and then I'm in the shop by 7 every day. So yeah.
You're probably eager to go home at the end of the day, huh?
3 o'clock. I try to get out of there at 3 o'clock. So yeah, it's a long day some days.
Okay.
But yeah, it's every day it has to be, and prices change every day. I mean, today a rose can be 55 cents. Tomorrow it can be $1.55. I mean, it's just crazy what the market is in the markup constantly. So, and in order for us to make a profit, I really have to balance every day what we buy, what we can't buy, what we need to buy, what we shouldn't buy. So there's no wiggle room. There's just no, otherwise you lose money. So, and then with the wire services, they have specific arrangements that we have to follow those recipes. So each company has their own set of arrangements, and in order to maintain those, I have to carry all those flowers that each one of those arrangements require. So just because Teleflora has something doesn't necessarily mean FTD has something. Then they have their own containers, so we carry their containers also. So specific containers for each one of those. So there's a lot.
So if I go on to Teleflorist and I see something I like, and I either tell them I want it through you or go to your website and say I want
Go to our
this.
website. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Because you can call the wire service, but they'll send the order wherever they want to send it. Basically.
Oh, okay.
There's no, you don't get to choose that.
So call you and say I saw this on the. You've got to have all those flowers.
Pretty much.
You've got to have all those containers.
Yeah.
Then you make the arrangement, and poof, out it goes.
Right. So the best thing I tell everybody is look us up online, look at our website, our own personal website, and then and that's the best way to go. And then call us direct. So
okay.
It's nothing bad against the wire services, but we're all trying to get away from the wire services because they charge us a lot of money,
Really?
A lot of money. So you may pay $125 for arrangement, and we might get $60 for that arrangement. So we encourage everybody to call the store direct. You get more for your money, a bigger bang for your buck. So yeah, and our website is under our name, Flowers on Main, Painesville.
Yeah.
So it's really the best way to go.
What it sounds like you may have touched on them already, but what are your biggest challenges?
Oh gosh, customers. It is. Customers.
Getting, keeping, or dealing?
Both, all three. People want what they want for their money, and they want their money's worth, and you cannot cheat them. You cannot bypass them. I mean, you've got to fill the order for value, and sometimes people who don't order flowers on a regular basis have no clue. They
Yeah.
have no idea. They can go to the grocery store and pick up a bunch of flowers for $9.99, but what they don't realize that $9.99, that grocery store chain has made hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of those bouquets and have bought all those flowers at prices that I pay myself. I mean, less than I pay for. So it's very difficult to compete. That's our biggest problem, is competing with the grocery stores and the corner person, or the person who's making flowers in the basement of their home.
Mhm.
It's difficult. So with the people who do flowers in their house, we call them basement Betties. And so that's what we do for those folks. We call them basement Betties, and then the grocery stores. So it's difficult. It's very competitive out there. So, but with us, you get a person,
Yeah.
and you get service, and we want repeat business. So,
It's amazing to me how many people today will cry about service,
mhm.
but if they come to you, they're maybe not willing to put a value on that service
Right.
and
Right.
say, you know what, Ron, you're right. Your price is, I understand your
Mhm.
pricing. I don't think a lot of people understand
No,
that today.
they don't. They'll come to the shop and they'll bring their vase in, and they'll say, "Can you fill this vase?" And, well, sure, I can fill this vase. And then, well, how much will you charge me? So then I tell them how much we'll charge. Well, I'm bringing the vase in. Well, you're bringing the vase in, but we're putting flowers in it, and then you're paying me to put them in the vase. I don't do it for free. This is, so you're paying for me to make that flower arrangement.
Yes.
Otherwise, I'll sell you the flowers. You take it home and put it in the vase. Oh, well, I don't know how to do that. Well, hello. That's so. Yeah, it's and there's a lot of folks who come in and just buy wrapped flowers, which is fine, and then they have vases at home. But if you want a professional to do it, then there's a charge for that. So
Yes.
yeah, and my service is not free. But I mean, I will bend over backwards and give you whatever you need and do whatever we have to do to make you happy. But yeah, there is a service, so it's important, and people don't realize that.
Do you have a lot of repeat customers?
Oh, yes. We have a lot of repeat customers, which is good. We've got people who call us monthly. We have a customer who calls us probably every couple of weeks. I have a customer, believe it or not, who comes in every other day and gets something for his wife, and has been since we opened the door. I think they have every vase we've ever owned in the shop. She's got every one of those on a shelf somewhere. But yeah, we have, which has been really good.
So a lot of husbands should probably pay attention to that and
Yes.
come in every other day.
That's right.
Right, guys?
That's right. That's right.
Come on in every other day.
Yeah. Or
Make your wife happy
or
and make Ron happy.
we have another program where you pay the year a $50 arrangement for every month, plus the delivery, so it's $60, and then you can buy that once a year. And so every month we send the flowers out to your wife or to your significant other, and we have probably 15 of those people that sign up every year. So they get a flower arrangement every month. So we're scheduled with those people every month.
So that's what I want.
About $700 for the year.
$600.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, but it's a great Christmas gift. I mean,
That's,
Mhm.
that,
mhm.
you see, folks, why we talk to people like this. Okay, we get these great ideas.
Yeah,
That is
Yeah.
a great idea.
yeah, it works well. So, and then we, yeah, it's like I said, it's just we schedule it, or sometimes they'll call and say, "Geez, this month, can you send this?" Yes, we can. Or can you send it this day? So we work around it. It's a good program. So
What other little things like that have you got going on? You must have more than what we've just been talking about, it sounds like.
We work with the city of Paynesville in the cemetery division. So if you have loved ones, you want to put flowers on their grave throughout the year, they have a program. They schedule the program with us.
Okay.
And that there's a charge for that. I forget what they charge, but we put the flowers on the grave. Usually Christmas, there's 3 times a year, 4 times a year. It's usually the Memorial Day, Labor Day, Thanksgiving, and Christmas, somewhere in there, those 4 holidays. So we work closely with the city with that program, which is nice. So if you're out of town or you want to schedule something, we take it right out to the grave site, put it on the grave, and deliver it. So it's a great program with the city of Painesville.
Okay.
So
I often hear business owners talk about staffing issues, trying to find good people. Do you have that same problem?
yes. Now everybody, I always want to work in a flower shop, but I don't know anything about flowers. That's usually where it's at. I have a lot of people come through wanting to work, but if they want to work, but they have no experience, and it's really difficult to really try to train somebody without any knowledge. So, and trying to find designers is very difficult. So, and it's not easy. And then keeping them is the other thing, trying to keep them, because there's always another job down the line that pays more, always. So yeah, it's difficult. The a couple of gals I have with me now have been with me since day one, and probably will stay with me till I close the door, whichever way that is. But so it's difficult. The other thing is finding delivery drivers, trying to deliver, getting delivery drivers lined up. So
really,
that's another thing is difficult to find people for delivery. So yeah, it's a constant work all the time.
do you have any suspicions as to why that's difficult to find drivers?
I don't know. It's because I always look for guys who are retired, but most of the time they only want to work certain days a week. So I need somebody who's kind of pretty regular basis. But yeah, it's not real easy. I've got a young guy. We just hired this morning. He's going to start working 3 days a week and weekends on Saturday, because that's when we need somebody, is on Saturday. But like come holiday time, it's hard to round up drivers for holiday time. So I have one person who hasn't even picked up their paycheck. So it's in the drawer.
Hasn't picked up the paycheck?
Nope, it's there. I said, it's there. Whenever you want to come get it, it's there. We find that the older generation usually come and work and stay, which is good. So, but yeah, it's a problem.
Okay. Is there anything that you would tell people about your business that they might have no clue about, that they may not comprehend or understand about the floral business?
It's work. It's physical, and it's a physical job. You're on your feet. There's coolers to clean, there's buckets to wash. I mean, people think it's all making flowers and making pretty things, but it's really a lot of work. And it is. It's physical labor, and there's no question about it. You're on your feet all day, and it's quick. You've got orders to get out. There's no lunch breaks. You take lunch when you can. It's eat
on the fly.
Right. That's the way it works. So everybody thinks, oh, you work amongst these beautiful flowers and they smell so pretty, but it's like they don't realize that it's a lot of work.
Can you smell a flower anymore?
No, I don't smell. Everybody says how beautiful the shop smells. I say, oh, great. I'm glad it smells good. But the only time I can smell a flower is sometimes we get these beautiful big rubrum lilies come in, and the lilies will have a real pretty scent. Or white carnations. If white carnations come in, sometimes the white carnations have a little bit of a clove smell, and I can smell those. But the rest of the flowers, I don't smell. But the shop smells good.
Yeah.
Everybody loves it.
Terrible olfactory senses.
Yeah.
That's a whole nother story.
But yeah, the flower shop it's work.
There are typically some holidays when people tend to send flowers.
Mm-hmm.
What would you tell people about those times of years?
Well, the two biggest, of course, Valentine's Day and Mother's Day. So those are the biggest holidays. Mother's Day is the biggest holiday for us, I would say, because everybody has a mother just about. Not everybody has a girlfriend or a wife, so
Yeah.
it's interesting. But
Some people may have 2 or 3
well,
mothers.
yeah, that's true. We've run across that a couple times too. But yeah, I think when it comes to holidays is to order early. I mean, think about ordering early, and a month early is not too early. I mean,
Oh, really?
oh yeah, absolutely. The early bird. How's that saying? The early bird gets the worm. Yeah, that's and
In this
when
case, early bird gets the flower.
the flowers. When those orders come in, we line them up as they come in. So those people who call early, book early,
Get fulfilled early.
those people go out first, because those are the ones who are your repeat customers and people who.
Yeah.
So you can't call the day of the holiday and expect me to have it there at 1:30 in the afternoon. It just doesn't work that way. I mean, everybody thinks they're the only person on the phone and they're the only person that ordered flowers. So it gets kind of hairy around the holiday. So I always say order early. Same thing for Christmas. Christmas is a big holiday. Order early for Christmas, because again, those Christmas time is specific flowers. That's different greens. There's pine. There's all kinds of things that are used for the holiday time. So order early for Christmas. Same thing with Thanksgiving. If you're planning on a dinner party or something, call us early. Book the arrangement early so you've got it. Mother's Day, gosh, Mother's Day. I mean, call. I mean, make the order. We can always cancel it. I mean, we can always cancel if something happens, or we can always, make it a couple of days later. In fact, this last year, Mother's Day was on Sunday. We were still doing Mother's Day orders on Wednesday, Thursday of the following week, because people were that late getting.
Wow.
Yeah, it was crazy.
So for any major holiday, your suggestion is
Earlier the better.
4 weeks.
Yeah.
4 weeks. A month out.
3 weeks. Yeah, 2 to 3 weeks out easily.
Okay.
Easily.
2 to 3 weeks out.
Yeah. And same thing with funerals. I know a lot of people don't do anything until the obituary comes out in the paper, but if you know of a death, check. And because we can't always, if the funeral is like 10:30 in the morning, you call me at 9. There's no way I can get it there by 10:30. I mean, it can't happen.
Yeah.
So call. Don't be afraid to call. We can either say yes or no. So, I mean, if we can't get it there, we can't get it there. But a lot of people just don't get it. They just think they're the only customer, the only one. And sometimes they are the only one. Some days.
The scary days, huh?
Scary days, yeah.
What? This just popped into my head. What's the craziest order you've ever had?
Oh gosh. Wow.
Or maybe the craziest circumstance under which you've gotten an order.
Well, we've numerous times had flowers going to a girlfriend, and the wife got the credit card. That's happened a couple of times. Yes. And
that's a burner.
Yeah, it is, and it puts us in a very precarious situation because, well, I know my husband bought him there. Yes, he did. Well, who is this person? I said, I don't know. Well, we just delivered them. That's all. So it gets a little touchy. Yeah, it gets a little touchy. And then, we have instances like Mother's Day. We had a gentleman come in, which is this is not a good story, but the gentleman came in and spent almost $600 with us in roses. And come to find out, the card was stolen card. So we got dinged for that.
Oh no.
Yeah, so things like that happen. So, and that's the first in all of our years in business we ever got dinged that like that. So, but most of the time it's usually the girlfriend wife thing. Yeah, that happens a lot. Yeah.
So guys,
yeah,
if that's what you're doing,
yeah,
watch that credit card receipt,
because we know nothing. We know nothing.
The credit card records. So
yeah, we know nothing.
Be careful.
The other thing people do is they'll send it and they'll say a secret admirer, and we don't do that. We won't do secret admirer things. We need to have a name, because 9 times out of 10 people call and they want to know where they came from, and it really puts us in a bad situation when it's a secret admirer. Well, don't put us in that situation. So yeah.
Interesting. Anything else you want to tell the listeners out there or the listener?
Oh, just come by the shop, take a look,
Okay.
and then give us a call. Let us meet your floral needs.
Okay. I got all your contact information here
Okay,
we're
great.
going to put out. So, well, Ron, I want to thank you for coming in.
Thank you for having me.
And
I hope we shed some light.
I always refer to, some anecdotal stories, and you done real good today with your anecdotal stories, I want to tell you. So again, I want to thank Ron for coming in, and he's from Flowers on Main in Painesville. You can order and reach Ron through his website at www.flowersonmainpainesville.com. They're located at 188 Main Street in Painesville, Ohio. So that's right downtown. And you can call Ron at 440-350-0200. So I want to invite all of you out there, stop in, say hello to Ron, and pick up some flowers. You might just put a smile on somebody's face by doing that. And you might even get a hug out of it, huh? So stop in, say hello. And again, Ron, thanks for coming in. If you want to hear or see more episodes of Your Biz Story, you can do that by visiting my website, tom-sabo.com/podcasts. And we're available on the major streaming services out there, people like Spotify, Pandora, Apple, and all of those. And again, special credit going out to Ron and their website, flowersonmain.com, and the Madison Public Library for hosting us today. And you can learn more about the library at www.madison-library.info. And I always say not .com, not .org, but .info. All righty. Okay, thank you all for joining us. Ron, thank you. And
Thank you.
that's it for today.